You have a felony on your record. What do you do? How do you become the young equity version of yourself?
Yeah, there are a lot of programs out there that, you know, individuals with felonies could get into. I know, you know, here in Houston Community College, they offer, you know, courses in welding, HVAC, pipe fitting, construction courses. And once you get that certificate, you can go into the workforce and start making a decent wage. And I know that, you know, sometimes it's very difficult for felons, but definitely get into the trades. You know, sometimes you could invest in yourself, pay for that education, and, you know, get those certificates so you can get out there in the workforce.
And those jobs you just listed, I mean, on average, the national average is about 50 grand.
Yeah, anywhere from 40. If I can remember the posters, it's like anywhere from $40,000 to $60,000. Mm-hmm. So on average, yeah, about 50,000, which is a very good salary in America.
And I know plumbers make a heck of a lot of money.
The plumbing is a good one, yeah.
The plumbing is a good one, definitely. Jobs in the oil field. People talk about getting a TWIC card, which allows you to go work in offshore oil fields, and they make a lot of money. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of time away from your family if you have it. You know, if you have a family, but that's also another avenue of something you can do. And just some other things that you can do if you don't necessarily want to go to school. Be an entrepreneur. Find something you're skilled and talented at and start the business. And there's also, you know, collaboration, right? You can get with somebody who's having success in an arena and come up with a plan and present it to them, and maybe you guys can go in together and start a business, right? And when I think about that, I think about Ice Cube. Ice Cube's not a felon, but I think about how Ice Cube went into business with somebody to start Cube Vision, his film production company. Then he went into business with people to start the Big Three. Yeah. Basketball league. So, yeah, collaboration will get you very far. I mean, this is a collaboration.
Exactly. So I know a guy that, you know, he started off installing floors at Home Depot or Lowe's, one of those places. And, you know, he built up his skill and he became an expert at it. And then he decided that, well, hey, you know, I'm really good at, you know, installing these floors. Let me go out there and have my own business. So with a felony on the record, like you said, you know, he collabed with somebody, and now that person is the, you know, the forefront of the business, but the guy with the skill kind of goes out there and secures the contracts, because in some instances you can't have a felony on your record when you're going after large contracts or working for school districts or some type of government entity. But you can also, you know, you could have your wife or a friend or a colleague, somebody like that you trust, that you could build an S corp or an LLC with. So that's also an avenue.
Another thing is marketing.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever that be, you could be market for local businesses. You can also club promoting.
Yeah. Hey man, club promoting. Real talk. Get out there with the flyers. I think I'm not really for sure, but I think they make a percentage off of ticket sales.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So if you bring in a whole bunch of people and you're popping in the streets and you bring in a whole bunch of people, you get that commission. So, you know, I don't think that's a bad avenue, except, you know, you don't want to reinvent the wheel and have to go back into the system for dealing with things at night. You know what I'm trying to say? You want to stay away from that culture if you have to, but you know, that's definitely an avenue. Club promoting.
Freelancing. So if you have a skill, whether it's making graphics or video editing, things like that, you can freelance online. You don't even have to meet with anybody. And there's a website called Fiverr where people post what they're able to do and get commissions for it. So yeah, man, I mean, those are your options pretty much as a felon. But I do have this question.
What's up?
So in your opinion, should you give up on your dream of being a millionaire if you have a felony?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we just mentioned a whole lot of avenues that you can go off of, right? So if you own a business, I mean, that's your fastest track, or be an entrepreneur to $1 million. Yeah. Or for instance, if you work at an oil plant or whatever. I'm pretty sure that you could have a your 401k plan. You could still actively invest in the stock market. You can get into real estate. I mean, that's a huge avenue. No, I wouldn't give up on being a millionaire. I might give up on trying to be a rapper or an actor or something like that. But
you can make it doing that too.
You could. You could.
Yeah, Jay Morrison, he's a big real estate guy. He did some time, and he came out and turned everything around.
That's right. That's what the crowdfunding.
That's his latest thing, right? With his version of REIT, the Oklahoma Fund, I believe.
Yeah.
Or the Tulsa Fund. I'm sorry, is what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and he turned things around. So I guess my point is, just because you have a felony, you don't have to give up. No. You can always turn your life around. Because the point is supposed to be rehabilitation. And so after you serve your time, you paid your debt to society, as long as you work diligently and you're intentional, I think sky's the limit.
Right, because it's about the quality of the person after they've been rehabilitated. Especially if people care about you, right? You got a good family situation around you, or you got a lot of great friends, and all you need is just people to believe in you again. And if you have that support system, anything's possible. Sky's the limit.